to Stockholm and Solnahallen. This is the live stream for the two games being played here today. That's the Stockholm Bastards against the Hamburg Harbor Girls, and the Stockholm All-Stars against Windsor Roller Girls. Roller Derby? I don't even remember. Sorry.
The Royal Windsor. Royal Windsor.
Good start here. This is Sheila Combs talking, and with me I have...
Lineside Beacher.
Very nice. So Derby starts, well, it says in about 2 minutes, but I'm thinking it's going to be more like 3 or 4. And we figured we'd just start talking a little bit, maybe about the teams and what we can see going on right now.
Yes.
So on track we have the Stockholm Bastards, or their B team, warming up. Do you have anything specific you want to say about the Bastards? Any specific players we should look out for, or?
Yeah, just let me check here. Yeah, I was prepared actually for little Slinky to play with the both the Bastards and the All-Stars, but now she's just on the All-Stars actually. So that caught me kind of off guard, but it's nice. She's getting so good. It's awesome.
Yeah, she's a rather new player. She only took her minimum skills test in January.
Yeah, so she started skating in
August last year.
Yeah, August last year actually. So yeah.
So just over a year. Right now, we've been talking to both teams, and also on the Stockholm homepage you can read an interview with both team captains of Stockholm. And the Bastards have actually never met Hamburg, but Hamburg was the first international team that Stockholm met, like outside of Sweden.
Yeah, that is
potentially
right.
Maybe even the first one ever, I'm not sure. But that was in 2010, and according to our source, he wasn't absolutely sure. The last time they met was in spring 2011. And, well, you know how Derby develops. It's a lot's been happening since then.
Yeah, it's been a real boom actually.
Not only in Sweden, I believe in Germany as well since then.
Yeah, in the whole of Europe, I think. Like, we see new teams popping up like every other week or so lately. It's awesome. And yeah, I know it was kind of slow in Stockholm in Sweden. I mean, first, yeah. But then actually it was a certain movie that got it all going, and everyone's like, "What? I'm gonna do Derby!"
And
so it kind of
for those of
exploded.
you who might not know, the movie we're referring to is Whip It.
Yeah, I didn't know if I could say it.
Yeah, maybe there's someone out there who actually doesn't know this, relatives or friends. So roller derby is a contact sport played by two teams on a flat track. Per jam, as it's called, a jam is maximum 2 minutes. Per jam, you have 5 players from each team on the track, where 4 play the position of blockers. One of them is a pivot blocker. That's a bit more than you need to know. And 1 person per team plays the position of jammer. You will be able to tell who's jammer because they have a star on the side of their helmet.
The pivot also has a stripe on their helmets.
Yeah.
Yeah, worth knowing. So you're not like, who's that? It's the pivot.
And you have the point of the game is for the jammers to score points. So how do the jammers score points?
Yeah, the jammer scores points by passing players from the opposite team. You have to do this legally, which means that you cannot skate like out of bounds, which is out of these stripe tape we have.
Yeah, you can see the yellow and black stripe tapes. That's the track that is marked out.
Yes, and you kind of pass. At the same time you do something that will call you a penalty. That's right, exactly. Is it? Yeah.
Okay, so the point is the jammer first has to get through the group of blockers of both teams called the pack. They have to get through the pack first 1 time, and then on the second time they score a point per opposite blocker they pass.
Yeah, and they have to pass the point of passing, sorry for weird words, is you have to pass with your hips. You cannot just lean forward with your shoulders. It is when you pass the other one with the hips. So if you see someone like pushing out their hips.
Right now we actually have Hamburg starting to skate out. So that was a very brief, somewhat messy explanation of roller derby. Right now we are watching the Hamburg Harbor girls skating. And we cannot hear their names, so we can go through them briefly with you because we cannot hear anything about the noise going on in here. But number 001 is Jean Dark? John Dark?
John Dark, I think it is. John Dark. And then we have 030, Jane Fontaine.
And then we have 1313, Spooky Spiky.
After that we have 22, Lotta Loveless.
Number 234, Knockin' Rose.
With 25 following, Original Pirates.
And number 3, Looping Louise.
With 34, Rocca Rodriguez. Yeah.
Number 37, Badass Me.
With 77, Hater Skater.
And number 8, Alex Attack.
And then we have 93 as Captain, Battle Cat.
And we also have Splat Annie at number 94.
And yeah, and then we have lineup 526.
No, she's
I don't know.
actually
Oh
playing
yeah,
now.
sorry,
This is
she
number
was the alternate.
526, Kete Caputo.
Yeah.
Sorry about the pronunciation. I do speak a bit of German, but yeah, we're doing our best. And then playing instead, Kete Caputo was supposed to be lineup, but now Ostblocker could not play, so she's lineup, and Kete Caputo gets to play instead.
Yay, that is so. So that was the Hamburg Harbors. Woo!
And now we're gonna get to watch the home team skating, the Stockholm Bastards.
Yay! And they have a new skate out song?
Yes, we were told earlier today
Yeah.
by Little Slinky.
Yay! Okay, woo! Maybe you can hear the crowd, I don't know, but it's crazy in here.
Incredible home support right there.
Yeah.
A lot of signs being waved. Unfortunately, I can't see what they say, but
No, me neither. So we'll see some. Yeah, now they're starting. Woohoo! And the first we have 03 Caroling Thunder.
and number 2, Innocent Tornado.
Yay! Then we have number 7 Kimizuka.
Number 13, Tamara Never Dies.
Number 17 Peñata.
Number 21, Bibelin.
And then we have the captain with his 34, Crash Test Dolly.
Then we have number 55, Femme Fury.
And then we see 56 AM Chaos.
Number 67, Chess the Mess.
With following 77 Spitfire.
And then number 79, Rolling Avalanche.
And 104 Alpha Whiskey. And she's
And
popular.
the last one, we have 428 Pan.
Or HAM.
So that would be the Stockholm Bastards. Very popular home team, I'd say.
Yeah.
Like you said, especially Alpha Whiskey got a very nice greeting there from her team.
Yeah. It's gonna be really exciting to see these play, because yeah, it's always really nice to see these girls play, because
Oh,
I don't know, they're I don't know. Sorry, I lost track.
Well, that's fine.
Yeah.
We're about to get started now, so we can see the refs coming in. Do we want to just mention them briefly while we have the time?
Yeah.
They're going to do the equipment check first anyway.
And this is to check that everything is safe and in proper place, and
nothing's
yeah.
going to
and
fall
let's
off
just go through what they have. They have skates, quad skates.
with the toe stop that
with
continuously falls off for some people.
That is very true. And then we had knee pads, elbow pads, wrist guards, mouth guards, and helmets.
Yes. You mentioned the mouth guard.
Yes, I did.
Okay, so today's refs, we have Stockholm's own Glenn af Orden.
Yeah, and then we have Cyborg, who's from, sorry, I forgot.
I think he was Windsor.
Yeah, Wins, I think.
And then we have Stockholm's Fluke Skywalker.
And Stumpus Maximus, he was from, I think it was
That was probably also Windsor.
Windsor, I
Yeah.
think so too, yeah.
John Doe, also Stockholm.
And then Chantico, I think it was Hamburg.
Yeah, I
Wasn't
think
he?
so as
I
well.
think those, no?
And then we have Ref Bridges. He was definitely Hamburg. And then in the next game, we're going to see Blood Spilled Blonde instead of Ref Bridges.
Yeah, that is true, yes. And Bloodspill Blonde is also from
Windsor.
Windsor, yes.
Yeah.
Yes. We talked with her for a bit before the game, and she was she's a former roller derby player, but yeah, due to reasons, she chose to become a ref instead.
Yeah, we all know, or at least you and I do, that the stress can be sometimes a little bit intense.
Yeah. I think
If you see the people in the orange shirt, for those of you who do not know, those are the non-skating officials.
also known as NSOs,
So if you see them running around, they're not for any team. They have to wear the boring face of I don't care about this.
which is very hard. I've
Very
been
hard
I've been
indeed.
doing some NSOing, and it's really hard. You have to bite your tongue not to share and scream for your own
Absolutely,
team.
very difficult. Oh, we have some of them lining up.
Yay!
So from up here, we unfortunately cannot see who's lining up. But I suppose that is Alpha Whiskey, maybe?
Yeah, it's Alpha Whiskey lining up for Stockholm Bastards.
I don't even see a Hamburg jammer.
No,
do
we
you?
don't have a Hamburg jammer yet. And
Where's
yeah,
Hamburg's
she's
jammer?
where is she?
I suppose they maybe haven't even said that it's only 30 seconds left, so both teams might
Maybe
just be lining up precautiously.
Yeah, so let's go through the players we have on track right now. And we have for Stockholm, we have Kimizuka.
Jamming.
Yes, and
No?
we have
Is
yeah,
it?
no,
Yeah.
not jamming. That is Alpha Whiskey.
That is Alpha Whiskey.
Yeah, number 1 position is Kimizuka, and for second position we have Crash Test Dolly.
This
in
is
the
not
yellow.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is Crash Test. And then we have these. Oh yeah, it's Caroline Thunders.
And as Pivot, I do believe that's AM Chaos.
Okay, so let's get rolling.
Hamburg has fielded a jammer, but I cannot see who it is from any angle that I'm standing.
We'll see soon.
Yes, absolutely. We were talking to Hamburg before this started, and they'd been talking a lot about strategy. So we'll see how that works out for them.
Yeah, really nice. Now we have the whistle blown, and we have, oh yeah, it's lead jammer for the Bastards. We have our Hamburg jammer is out of the pack.
Okay, and I'm back.
And now we have some penalty. Who got out? And the jam called off by Alpha.
4 points for Stockholm and 0 for Hamburg. Good start for Stockholm.
Yeah, it's really nice. Now we have lining up for Stockholm is number 13. Am I
Number
seeing this
13,
correct?
which is Tamara Never Dies.
Exciting. I don't know if I've seen her play before actually.
It's a lovely name she's got.
Yeah. And then we have for Hamburg is number 25.
Which is... I need to find her number.
It's really a bit of chaos in the pack right now.
25 is Original Pirate.
And I think, yay, Stockholm is getting through. And I think that Hamburg's, yeah, she's still in the pack.
Yeah, so we definitely have a Stockholm lead jammer.
Yeah, and
Good for Tamara Never Dies. Hamburg's jammer is still struggling in the pack.
I know
Ooh, that
a
was
really nice
painful.
thing that I'm thinking about Stockholm is they have really tight walls. And we have a Grand Slam actually. So 5 more points for Stockholm
Very nice.
because she passed the other jammer. That gives her 5 points.
An extra point. Happiness point.
And now Hamburg is out of the pack.
Very well. Original Pirate skating to catch up. But Tamara Never Dies catches those last points and then calls it quits. Still 0 for Hamburg. Lining up, we have number 22 for Hamburg, which is Lotta Loveless. And number 67, which is Test the Mess for Stockholm Bastards.
Oh, and we only
Hamburg
see...
continuously does this thing that they go a bit forwards in the start.
Oh,
Hamburg is also first out.
Yeah,
They move up towards the pivot line at the very last moment. Femme Fury helping her jammer through. And getting an elbow for it, unfortunately. Wow, Hamburg's jammer is already through and coming back round. Stockholm was not ready for that. And Hamburg crawls it, happy with their 4 points.
And for you who maybe haven't seen this before, when the jammer is like hitting her hips, that means she's calling off the jam. It can be because she's tired, or it can be strategically, or I don't know, to keep the other jammers from not scoring, or yeah.
Exactly. Usually to keep the other jammer from scoring.
Yeah. And we have Alpha Whiskey again for Stockholm, isn't it?
Alpha Whiskey, yep. That's very true. Number 8 for Hamburg, which I believe is Alex Attack, and she's through easily, cruising past those 2 Stockholm blockers on track. Alpha Whiskey's getting pushed out by number 94, which is Splat Annie. Very well done. Hamburg has another 5 points scored. It's getting better for them. Oh, and there Alpha Whiskey gets through as well. Very nice. Stockholm's trying to do some sort of a wall. I think they're actually speeding it up in order for Alpha Whiskey to be able to catch up. But Hamburg picks up those last 5 points and calls it quits. So that might have been a lead change right there, if I remember correctly.
It's a tie. It's a tie. Wow, this is exciting.
Yeah.
I love ties.
Ties
too. Sorry.
I think that if it's the roller derby drinking game, if there's a lead change you drink, right? Oh, you haven't heard of it? It's a great game. Not that I encourage drinking at all. Right now we have an official timeout. I'm not quite sure why. It might have been that 5th point, because I'm not too convinced that Hamburg passed the jammer on that last lap. But we're back on, and we have number 25 for Hamburg, which is Original Pirate again. And for Stockholm we have, was that number 3? No, 13. It's Tamara Never Dies.
And I'm sorry for being quiet right now, but I'm fixing so we can talk about Hamburg easily.
Making notes. Hamburg gets called lead, and Tamara Never Dies she gets past 2 Hamburg blockers, but then gets stuck behind another wall. And it seems to be a lot of difficult work for her. Hamburg's doing some nice bridging there. But Hamburg's blocker sends out for a forearms.
It was an elbow.
And in confusion, Hamburg's jammer calls it off, thinking that the Stockholm jammer is already through, but she was still on her initial pass. Bench didn't look too happy about that. Und für alle in Deutschland, die zuhören, hallo. Wenn ihr kein Englisch versteht, es tut mir leid. Hier reden wir meistens Englisch, weil wir haben ja auch die Winzer Roller Girls hier. Aber viel Glück, viel Spaß. Hoffe, dass ihr irgendwas versteht. And now we're back on. Oh, that looked like it could have been an easy way around for the Stockholm jammer, but it was not. She got stuck, and the Stockholm wall went out of play. Number 22, Lotta Loveless, is through as lead jammer, whereas Stockholm's number 67, Test the Mess, is closing in on her. It looks to be a very fast game. maybe a bit more than Stockholm Bastards are used to. Hamburg calls it off after scoring 4 points, and Stockholm gets nothing again. So it's 13-22 according to the scoreboard here in the hall. And jamming, we have Alpha Whiskey for Stockholm, and it would seem we're gonna get to say her name a lot today. And for Hamburg, we have number 8, which is Alex Attack. Alex Attack? Alex Attack?
I think it's Alex Attack, actually.
And Stockholm goes quite far out of play in trying to knock the Hamburg Jammer out. Alpha Whiskey is stuck behind a strong Hamburg wall, and the Hamburg Jammers push the Bastards wall forwards quite effectively. But that's AM Chaos, and she gets the Hamburg Jammer out, and takes a hard hit in the chest for it.
Oh, Alpha, yeah. She realized. That's great. Sorry, I lost track on the game right now because I was
That's fine.
I was lining up for the Hamburger a little bit better for us
Alpha
to
Whiskey
see.
takes
That
a
is a really
hard
bad hit. Oh lord.
She's been pushed out a lot.
She looks tired, and yeah.
She's still on her initial pass, where I think the Hamburg Jammer that was her third, maybe, so second scoring pass.
Come in, Alpha. No, she's only have 2 now. She's getting tired.
Oh, there seems to be a no-pack situation, I'd call it. Almost. It's very close. They're always
close.
very close to the no-pack situation. Kimisuka does a nice...
Oh, and we have a star pass. A star pass means that the pivot can take the position as a jammer if the original jammer gets tired. And she gets through. That is great. And we have Kimisuka for jamming now, I think. Yes, it is.
Yes,
Number 7, Kimisuka. And
it was a very nice star pass, and she got through quickly and easily after that.
I think she caught Hamburg off guard with that.
And Alex Attack got quite tired after that. I understand that. That was a lot of skating for her.
Yeah, it was.
But she scored a lot of points as well. It looks like it's 13-40 for Hamburg right now. It's not too much in Derby, though.
No. You can take that in one jam easily. If you get the other jammer out and you have a power jam. Have you explained what a power jam is yet?
No, you can do that.
Yeah, it means that you only have one jammer on the track because the other jammer has been sent to the box. And which means that the only jammer has a really easy time scoring, or she can have if the other team hasn't got a very strong wall, of course. But and that can give you easily like 40-50 points. You could if we have Mad Maloney from All Stars. You can do that, but of course, if
that's
you're
not normal, that's
that
around
awesome.
10 to 20.
Yeah, I'm sorry for pushing it, but I've seen that happen.
That was number 13 for Stockholm, which I think got out just after the Hamburg jammer, which means they stressed and forced a break. They forced the Hamburg jammer to call it off.
That's a good strategy. If you know you can't, you understand that you cannot catch her up, and so you can score a point for yourself. You can stress her by skating up really fast, so she realizes that it's gonna be a problem
skating
for her.
right now, we have number 67, which is Test the Mess for Stockholm. Ooh, some nice toast-up work. Ooh, she got a back block from her own team.
We have some bowling going on.
But number 22 from Hamburg, Lotta Loveless, is through as lead jammer. But now Test the Mess gets through as well after fighting off that Hamburg pivot.
She looks like she's getting tired already. I don't know. She's
maybe
huffing and puffing.
She's taking her hand to her face. No points for Stockholm there. And I did not catch the number of points for Hamburg. But I suppose it's around 4 since that's what it says on the scoreboard.
Okay, now we have again Tamara Never Dies. She's out a lot. I think it's her and Alpha Whiskey. Stockholm really uses them right now. Let's see. It's gonna be interesting to see what they're gonna do in the
Stockholm
second
are abusing them.
Yes.
Okay, and skating for Hamburg, we have number...
Was that a cutting? I don't know. No, they did not call a cutting. A cutting
number 25. Original pirate.
Yeah.
Through first as lead jammer.
And the cutting is kind of understandable. I'm sorry.
It looks like the Stockholm wall is getting it together, trying to hit out that Hamburg jammer. But she gets through and she calls it off. Again, no points for Stockholm. Now, what's a cutting? What were you
Sorry.
saying?
A cutting is that it means that you get pushed off the track, and the player who pushed you off, maybe she skates backwards, and you get in front of her. You cannot do that because you're not
in your
yielding.
position.
Yeah, you
need to get
Thank you.
back on track in front of. Oh, we have an official timeout again. You need to get back onto the track behind everyone who was in front of you when you left the track.
Yeah.
And
Thank you.
And behind the person who pushed you out.
Yeah. And let's explain something. When you get a penalty, you have to go to the box for 1 minute.
Exactly. I think they're fixing the pivot line. No, the jammer line right now.
Oh.
I see a ref on his knees next to the jammers. That was Glenn Ordning. Actually, Ordning means organization? No. What does it mean in English?
Sorry, I just...
Yeah, something like that. Organization.
No, it's not organization, it's... I'm
Soccer
sorry, I lost my
nets.
head in this.
Now it's
I'm gonna
starting
use
again.
a translation app.
With 104, Alpha Whiskey for Stockholm up against...
22.
Lotta
Lovelace.
Lovelace again.
It's Glen of Order, of course.
Off. There we have it.
Yeah,
Oh.
order, or regime.
Alpha Whiskey just
discipline.
gets past the Hamburg wall, but then falls, and they're up in front of her again. As Lotta Lovelace scores an easy 5 points.
I think oh, now we have a power jam situation.
Ooh, I wonder what... she did a low block. Alpha Whiskey went out for a low block.
It means that she was either tripping someone, you could do that by falling and someone's falling over you, or blocking below the middle of the thigh.
No, knee.
The knee? Really?
Knee, yeah.
Okay.
Anything on the knee,
Below the
that
knee.
is too much.
Oh yeah. And you cannot stretch from the pack further than 6 meters. I don't know in feet what that is, I'm forgetting.
30
20
feet.
30 feet? 20?
Do not remember.
I don't know.
Meters. We're in Sweden.
Yeah, meters.
Wow, Lotta Lovelace is scoring a lot right now. You see the Stockholm bench trying to yell information to them, but they're right on the other side of the track.
Yeah.
That was nice offensive work from Hamburg.
Real nice.
Getting in there, messing with the Stockholm wall.
Yeah. And you want to...
And they're doing it again. Oh. Very well. Now we can see some bridging, finally. And Lotta called it because we can see Alpha Whiskey standing up in the box, which means that Hamburg will now be starting with a power jam, which gives them a greater chance of becoming lead.
And the teams cannot switch the players who's in the box when the jam is called off. So this means that Alpha is jamming this time too, this jam as well, after her penalty is out. And since she's standing up, it means that she has less than 10 seconds left on her penalty. We have an official timeout again.
No, it's
team
a team timeout
timeout.
for Stockholm.
You have 3 timeouts per bout that you can use.
But it's nice. I can see why Stockholm would want to use this, since it's 76 for Hamburg and 13 for Stockholm. Stockholm started well, but I suppose they kind of lost their head a bit.
Yeah.
While Hamburg is playing it really strong, very stable walls. I've seen them hit, Stockholm blockers have tried to hit their jammer repeatedly, and the Hamburg jammer just has not moved at all.
No, they're very stable. Very
Yes.
stable.
Very impressive.
Yeah, and I can see they have a real good stance, derby stance, which means you have to go low, bend your knees,
Bend your knees.
and stretch your back, because if you
Ass
can't
out.
bend forward with your back as well, because then ass out. As we say, pee in the woods.
On track, we have numbers. I only see 3. Oh yeah, it's Looping Louise jamming for Hamburg, which is probably the first time we see her as a jammer.
Yeah, I think so too. And we have 93 Battle Cat, and we have 94. Is that it? Yeah, Splat Annie.
And then the other one, we can only see her chest. So the pivot blocker, we do not know. But Stockholm's timeout is over, and we're back on track with the game. Alpha Whiskey standing up in the box, and Looping Louise about to jam for Hamburg.
And she's getting through quite fast.
That was a hard hit. Red 9-3
Lot
is
of
out
call-outs.
on an illegal procedure.
And we see now.
She's hitting her head. I think she did something.
She was
Maybe she
stupid.
forgot to put in her mouth guard. I don't know.
Yeah, or something. She did an illegal procedure, which can be pretty much anything.
Yes.
Oh, yay!
Alpha Whiskey
Sorry.
gets through. Very nice.
That was very nice. I'm sorry, I'm not allowed to root for anyone. But it
She
was
is
a nice
not lead
move.
jammer, and Hamburg calls it off before she gets the chance to score any points, but it was a beautiful way to get around those Hamburg blockers.
Beautiful. Yeah,
That's what we need to see.
yeah.
Get some excitement into this.
And we have Kimizuka lined up as jammer for the Bastards.
Hamburg does not have a jammer fielded yet, and they're shouting to their bench. There you go.
Yeah.
It's a lot of Loveless again, isn't it?
Or is it Splat Annie? No? I can't see if it's a 3 or 4 next to her 9.
We're kind of far away from the track up high. And
No,
she
it's
gets
not.
through easily. That must have been Lotta Loveless.
Yeah,
Yes,
it was.
is.
I was mixing up numbers. I'm so
And
sorry.
Kimisuga, ooh, that was beautiful
Oh,
on the
wow, wow,
outside.
wow. She almost got
It
a
was
skate to her head.
close to a cutting, but I think she actually made it. Very nice. Oh, but
Ooh.
you see those Hamburg blockers. They're so good at getting them out. Great job.
And Kimizuka
Oh,
is
but
through.
she's through.
Yeah, it was her initial pass.
She's not lead jammer. Hammer has lead.
And we're
Hamburg
seeing-
has lead. And Hamburg is content with their 4 points and calls it off.
And Stockholm scores no points this time either.
So the score is currently 84-13.
They have
Number
forgot to change the scoreboard. Sorry, but Stockholm had one timeout, so it means they have 2 timeouts left. It says 3-3. I don't know if you get to see that. Let me
And then
check.
we have number 13 skating
No, you
for jamming for Stockholm, which is Tamara Never Dies. And then there's a ref in the way, and I can't see who's jamming for Hamburg. But she gets through easily. Wow. It was like the Stockholm wall was standing still, and number 8, Alexa Attack, just skated by them.
Oh! And it's number 13, Tamara Never Dies. Yay! She gets through. That was nice. Ooh. And we have the Stockholm pivot back on track.
We're having a lot of furious hits. Number 17 tries to catch up with Alexa Attack, but it's not working out. Alexa Attack calls it off, and she gets 4 points, and Stockholm gets none.
And lining up again is Kimizuka for Stockholm and number 25, which is again, no, it's Original Pirate. I don't know if I've said her name this time.
Yes, she
We
was
have.
one of the first jammers.
Okay, yeah.
I can also see Test the Mess blocking for Stockholm now.
Yeah, there seems to having some problem with the jammer line.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's an official timeout again.
We see
it's
the
okay.
referees furiously waving that it's fine now, but yeah, let's hope that's not something that's going to continue for the entire game. Throws off the jammers sometimes, or like the entire game, where like everybody gets thrown when there are a lot of official timeouts.
Yeah, you can lose like whole mojo actually.
Oh wow, Kimizuka is really pushing through.
Oh yeah, and she's fast. It's really nice, and the crowd is getting crazy.
That was
is
very
good.
nice. Stockholm
Yeah.
holds the Hamburg. Ooh.
Take
But
her out, maybe.
Let's down
This
the.
AMK
Inside
takes
line.
her out. See, she jumped in really nice, actually, just behind AMK House.
That was a beautiful hit for
And
AMK
Crash Test
Alpha.
takes her out, and
Wow.
Kimizuka scores a Grand Slam.
I cannot
5
hear
points.
you because the screaming in here is insane.
Yeah.
But that was a Grand Slam. 5 points for Stockholm. Now the Hamburg Jammer is out from her initial pass. Kimizuka looks to score some more points before she calls it
Can
off.
she see? Yeah, you did.
She got 2. That was very good. 2 points more. That makes it 5. No, 7. God,
7,
counting.
yeah.
7 for Stockholm and none for Hamburg in that jam. Very good. I think Stockholm needed that.
Yeah, they really did.
We have on track. We again have Alpha Whiskey for Stockholm.
And we have Looping Louise for Hamburg.
The whistle blows. We see, it almost looks like Looping Louise is having problems getting past her own blockers. Yeah, she's out now. There's some bridging needing to be done by Stockholm there. Yep, Spitfire got sent out for an out-of-play block.
Yeah.
But Alpha Whiskey also gets out of the pack. That's very nice. She's closing in on Looping, no, sorry, that's not Looping Louise, that's number 07. I do not have a 07 on there.
It's zeros? No, isn't it? I'm sorry for the confusion. She's 3-7, but it's me.
Sorry about that.
Sometimes it can be hard to see the numbers.
Yeah, we're a bit far away, we're up high.
Yeah,
watching the game from above.
Yeah.
Ooh, the Stockholm starts with a pivot line start. This is an interesting tactic that we saw also when the Stockholm All-Stars were playing Windsor in Ghent.
It's kind of like
it's
old school derby. Oh. And we saw, sorry, I'm gonna comment
Hamburg
that later.
throwing off their pivot panty in the last minute.
And Hamburg
their pivot is in the box.
Yes. And you cannot have two jammers, pivots. Oh my, that was a really tough fall for number 13 jammer. Sorry, forgot her name. There, Tamara Never Dies.
Tamara Never Dies, jamming for Stockholm. That was a hard fall, but she's up and at it.
Yeah, and Hamburg's jammer passes through really easy.
5 points for Hamburg's. Lotta Loveless.
Oh, and now we only have two blockers for Stockholm on the track. And
no
also
jammer.
No jammer. Power jam.
Ooh, yes.
Oh,
that
hurt? I think it hurts.
That looks like it hurt a lot.
She hurts.
Are they going to call it? Yeah, she's calling it.
She's calling. Now
she
let's
called
see
it on her own. I wonder what happened.
Yeah.
She's grabbing her hip. Oh, well. Instead, we have, let's see. We have a Stockholm blocker standing up in the box. That's number 77, Spitfire.
Yes, the pivot.
Yeah, she's the pivot.
We also have Rolling Thunders in the box, and
number 13, Tamara Never Dies. It's in the box for Stockholm.
And if you can hear the crowd applauding right now, it's because the injured player got up. It's really...
Lotta Loveless got up and she skated back to her bench on her own. That's usually a good sign.
Yeah, it's a good sign.
But now we have an official timeout.
Yeah. Wonder what's happening.
New fielded jammer for Hamburg is number 8. 8? I thought it was a 3. No, Alex Attack.
Or is it 3? I think it's like...
yeah, it's an 8. They don't have a 3.
Yes, they do.
They do.
Looping Louise.
Oh, darn it. Sorry.
And
for Stockholm, we have Femme Fury, number 55, and number 79, Rolling Avalanche, to hold the Hamburg jammer on their own. But yeah, we're still at an official timeout. Oh, we get the Stockholm jammer back.
Yeah, that is interesting. Why did she get sent out from the box before the jam had even started? I don't know.
No, that was Tamara Never Dies was sitting in the box. I suppose this was a disagreeing between the refs.
Yeah, maybe, because now we have Kimizuka lining up for jammer.
Which is good for Stockholm. They really need a jammer on track to score points.
Yes, they do.
And they could need those points. Hamburg is in a lead with 100 points against Stockholm's 20.
That is an 80 points lead. But as we said before, it's not actually big numbers in Derby.
Yeah,
we could see some lead change.
Absolutely. And we still have 8 minutes and 30 seconds to go in this half. And then there's another 30 minutes half. So we're good. I'm not sure if you can see who's on track for Hamburg. I think we said it was number 8, right? Looping Louise? No, Alex Attack. Against Kimizuka. That's very nice. So the official timeout is over. We're about to get started. But there seems to be some comments from the Hamburg bench. To Glenn of Ordning, our head ref today. I feel like I'm pronouncing his name the German way just because I was speaking German earlier. Glenn of Ordnung.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was for you, Hamburg. Sorry.
Oops.
Very nice.
Oh yeah, Kimisuka,
sneaks in.
really nice.
Kimisuka sneaks in before the Hamburg Jammer and gets the lead.
And we
But
see,
Alexa Tack is right behind her.
oh yeah, and let's see, jammer on jammer action. Kimisuka tries, she didn't get it, so she's calling off.
Kimisuka calls it as Alexa Tack got past her. So no points in this jam, but it was interesting. It was good to see.
Yeah,
Nice moves from Kimisuka.
yeah. I prefer seeing no points for no team, but a really nice action on the track than points being scored. Of course, someone have to win.
Original
so.
Pirate lining up for Hamburg.
And another official timeout.
What is going on?
I don't know, this is actually kind of crazy. What are they doing? And we do not have the possibility to go and talk to someone who can clear these things out for us, actually, because we're so far up.
It could be a scoreboard issue. They just edited something there.
Oh,
Not sure what, but as long as they're happy, we're happy.
yeah.
And we can get some derby going again. That would be lovely.
We
On track
can,
for Stockholm, we have number 34. Is that Liebelin?
No, 34 is Crash Test Dolly.
Oh, the captain.
Yeah, the captain.
Captain of the Stockholm Bastards. But it is Liebelin as well on track.
It is.
And Hamburg has all 4 of their blockers in a tight wall right at the jammer line.
And Stockholm goes in for a really... Oh, but Hamburg got
Ooh,
really...
that was a nice little skip and jump by Liebelin. Oh, Stockholm is recycling the Hamburg jammer.
Oh, yay! She got through. I
And
missed
number
that. What
13,
happened?
Samara Never Dies, gets through before the Hamburg jammer, but
Yeah.
she's right behind. It's good for Stockholm. They need these leads.
Come in! Jammer on jammer, please. Yeah, that is good.
Samara Never Dies calls it. So again, no points. But it was nice.
Yeah,
You
that
can
was
also
really nice.
you can see now how fast the Hamburg jammers are compared to the Stockholm ones. Because they always catch up, even when the Stockholm jammers are in front.
Yeah. And we
On
have
track.
Liebelin back on track with AM Chaos for Stockholm. And
For Hamburg, I can see only number 93, which is Battle Cat blocking.
yeah, and is that 34? For position 1.
Roca Rodriguez jamming, potentially.
And
Ooh.
test the mesh for Stockholm. It's
That
bad
means
as me for Hamburg.
Test the mess getting recycled for Stockholm. But she's pushing past and she's also through about half a lap after, what did you say,
Badass me.
Who's the jammer for Hamburg. AM Chaos holds her off and I think she only gets 1 point, but she keeps Stockholm from scoring anything. Great job by Badass Me. Nice call. Lining up, we have Kimisuka for Stockholm, jamming, and
Number 8, I think.
Alexa Tack.
Yeah, Alexa Tack, back on track.
starting to learn the numbers now. She's
Yeah.
up there a lot.
Yeah,
Stockholm has the jammer line.
that can be a really advantage. Yeah, it's easier to control the pack from behind. In front of the line, the first.
Oh, but those
But
Hamburg
Hamburg goes
jammers
through.
push through so hard. It's impressive.
No pack, and ooh, that was a close call.
So
for
Kimisuka is stuck at the
falling
back
out.
of the pack, having issues with getting past her own players who are trying to help, but I think they're mostly in her way.
And Spitfire makes way for her, but doesn't really help.
Opening up the inside line. Kimisuka didn't manage to get it before they got her out. But that was a nice takeout by Pinata of the Hamburg jammer Alexa Tack.
Oh, and she stumbles. And let's see. Oh, and Stockholm also stumbles.
It's a bit of a stumble for Kimisuka there, but she's up again. Getting pushed out by those Hamburg blockers. They're
She really uses her as well.
Jeanne d'Arc.
And when we see the players stretching out their arms like that, it means that they're bridging, which means that they're stretching out the pack so you can have a longer space to block. It have to be 3 meters between the players to be a pack, and 6 meters from in back of the pack and in front of the pack.
Alexa Tack is through again. Was that a first scoring pass or a second?
Oh, and Stockholm only has one blocker on track.
Poor Femme Fury trying to help Kimizuka through.
But Kimizuka is almost through and she gets recycled again. Recycle means that the opposite jammer skate backwards to force the the opposite blocker skate backwards to force the opposite jammer to back and have longer.
Femme Fury really tried to hold the Hamburg jammer there on her own, but that was a difficult job. And right as Pinata came back to help her, the jammer was through and the jam was then ended.
Yeah. I'm sorry for blabbering a little bit. I'm getting pretty excited.
So we have Test the Mess for Stockholm. I hear the in-house commentator saying. I cannot see who she's. Lotta Loveless.
Yeah.
God bless Cherry. Commenting in here so we can.
Oh, and she gets through really easily.
Wow. That was a very nice move by Lotta Loveless. She just went straight past all those Stockholm blockers.
Yeah. Stockholm blockers need to. I think they need to get their heads on.
Yeah.
And
the Stockholm jammer is sent out on a cutting. It was a very sneaky move by the Hamburg blocker because she turned around and pushed her ass out, so that Testemes went in just right in front of her. So it's a power jam for Hamburg.
Mm, 77 from Hamburg has to leave. I
think she might have destroyed the pack.
Yeah. Hater Skater is 77.
What's happening to the Stockholm Wolves?
I don't know. I think they're losing their heads. I think they're getting stressed about the
score difference.
The score difference.
Probably.
And then
it's 125-20 for Hamburg at the moment.
It can be. And she got sent out, I think. No, she didn't. No, it was AM Chaos being sent out. I thought it was the...
5-6 got a failure to reform.
Yeah.
That's when you don't get back to the pack soon enough.
Oh, that can be
that must have been a back block on Spitfire.
Yes, it was a back block.
By Knockenrose, who goes to the box just as the jam's ending.
You cannot block a skater like between the...
just on the back.
Yeah, on the back. Yeah, sorry. You can block on the back of the shoulders, but not further.
Stockholm looks like they're taking another timeout. I'm thinking it might be an official review because the bench is walking into the middle, but no, she's walking right back out. Benching for Stockholm, we have Sarah Rich, right? Am I right?
Yes.
In her lovely jumpsuit thingy.
Yeah, it's the... I don't know if it's Team Sweden's jumpsuit or just the All-Stars. I think it's the All-Stars or Stockholm Roller Derby generally.
There's a nice Stockholm Roller Derby patch on it, I know that much.
Yeah, I know, because I noticed that, I don't know if they were new for the Stockholm Roller Derby team in November when they played in the Track Queens tournaments in Berlin, but that was the first time I saw them wear them. Nice to have that. Looks cozy.
Right now we can also watch that during this timeout the jam timer corrected the period time left. It checked in with the people who are controlling the scoreboard we can see here on the track. Lining up for Hamburg, we have number 1313 blocking, Spooky Spiky. And number 26.
But we have
25? Original Pirate?
And we have an official review.
Nope,
official timeout. I'm sorry, I'm mixing. It's not the same thing.
I think also one for Hamburg, we have number 234. Knockenrose, wasn't she in the box? Yeah, she's in the box. Sorry, it's Roca Rodriguez. That's a bit of a mouthful.
Yeah. Tongue twister. It feels like we're having like more time with official timeouts than we have some actually playing. This will also mean that the period clock stops and we're gonna have like maybe a time stretch in between for the this bout, and or this, yeah, and the Stockholm All-Stars versus Windsor, because when the period clock stops, you have to like go overtime in the schedule.
Exactly.
Maybe that was confusing, but I don't know. I think the coffee's kicking in right now.
So we have the Stockholm Jammers starting in the box. So Original Pirate is free to score, well, to start and hope to get lead past the Stockholm blockers before she starts.
And it's
Then
really
Fury
easy.
tries to hit her, but she's too fast.
Yeah.
So Original Pirate comes back round.
Yeah, and when you're not having all of the players on track, okay, let's say like we have. Sorry, I'm confused.
Right, so we have another, that was a kind of easy 5 points scored for the Hamburg Jammer, and Stockholm goes out of play a lot. They need to stick it together and maybe practice their bridging a little bit. Femfury got a high block. Yeah, I thought I saw the Hamburg Jammer holding her face a bit there. Ooh, that was nice. They opened up on the inside.
It's really important to keep the inside.
Holding the inside
Yeah,
line.
holding the inside line. That's the easiest, shortest way for the jammers to take, and they're usually aiming for to take it.
Exactly. It's the quickest way around the track.
Yeah,
so
thank
that's where
you.
you aim to go as a jammer,
Yes.
especially if it's open.
Yeah.
So according to the period clock we see here, we have another 5 seconds. I don't even know if this jam is gonna be. Nope. That's the halftime.
Yeah, we are in halftime with 15 minutes to our second period.
Exactly.
So
And
go
we
team.
have 155 for Hamburg and 20 points for Stockholm. That's
harsh.
impressive.
Yeah, impressive and harsh.
So what do you feel like Stockholm is? What do you feel like Stockholm is lacking,
I think that
or what Hamburg is doing well?
Hamburg, they're holding very tight walls. They're actually hard-hitting players. Good
Oh, yes.
stands.
Super stable.
Super stable.
Like we've said a lot, but it's really worth mentioning because it looks difficult down there on the
Yeah.
track for Stockholm.
Yeah, and a good stance is like the A&O for being stable, for being derby. We're getting like drilled so hard as derby players to keep a low stance.
Exactly. What would you say that Stockholm needs to do to repair this? Do you think they can repair this?
I'm sorry to say it's gonna be hard, but if they're really like taking deep breaths now and not sitting in their dressing rooms being depressed or whatever and crying over this, they can. Yeah, they could.
I mean, we've absolutely seen those
Yeah,
types
yeah.
of games happen,
Yeah.
but it's difficult. They're going to have to push hard.
Yeah.
And I'd like to say that they're going to have to practice their bridging, like improve that for the
yeah.
next half,
Yeah.
because they get called on a lot of out of play
Yeah, they do.
blocks.
Yeah.
And they also have to stick together. I feel like
Yeah.
Hamburg does a very great job of splitting them up.
Yeah.
And they're not as strong separately as they are together.
Yeah, that's true. We have in Derby we have keeping a good stance and keeping together. That's like key points to
For
s-
blockers.
Yes,
Super important.
focus.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you could lose the whole game just by not keeping. I was also gonna say before that when you have blockers in the box, it means that when the other jammer passes through one of your players, they're gonna get ghost points, as we call them, which means if you pass one player and say you have 2 players in the box, she gets 3 points. So automatically passing 1 means you're getting the points for those players in the box.
That's very neat.
Yeah.
Very practical.
Yeah, so that's why it's so great to send your opponent players to the box, because this means your jammer is gonna have a lot easier time scoring points.
Exactly.
And you don't
Fewer
have the
people to get
greater
past.
fewer people to get past. You don't have the they don't have the advantage of the wall keeping. Just shatter
Their defense. Yeah.
their defense. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So we were talking to Hamburg earlier, and they were talking about how they've been practicing a lot of strategy. I think we can see that they're very well with the offense player that's discreetly coming up and just swiping the entire Stockholm wall.
Yeah, they really are. That's really great because they're also good like single players. So one player can go up to Stockholm, the Stockholm bomb, and just swipe it out.
Yep.
All out.
Which
breaking the pack.
It's been very useful for Hamburg.
Yeah.
We can also see actually, like if we look at the ranking, the latest Euro Derby ranking was from the 1st of September. The Bastards were ranked at 127, and Hamburg are ranked at 52.
Yeah.
So maybe there we can also see why there is such a big difference.
This can also differ depending on how many bouts you've been playing.
Exactly.
And how many bouts the other team has been playing. Because you
can't improve your rank if you're not playing.
Yeah, exactly. And if someone else who's not as good as you are plays a lot of bouts, they're gonna climb up in ranks, and you're gonna lose ranks. So
based solely on that, yeah.
Yeah. But in these cases, I think it's kind of accurate.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
If we look at the level of playing here, we can see that Hamburg is better.
Yeah. Sorry,
This far.
Bastards,
Oops.
but yeah,
This far.
yeah, this far.
But yeah, we have another 10 minutes to go of halftime. I'd say we'll be back soon, but we're going to take a little bit of a break.
Yep.
And we'll see you in a few minutes.